A devotion on Mark chapter 9, verses 30 to 37. Can't you just hear them? Childlessly arguing about who is the greatest. And I can almost hear Andrew telling his brother Peter, I saw him before you did, you know. And Peter replying, okay, but he called me the rock on which he'd build his church. And James adding his 2 cents. Don't forget, he took me up on the mountain to meet Moses and Elijah. Can't you hear him arguing? Might it sound somewhat familiar? Might it kind of remind us of our pride and our quest to be number one? We spend a lot of time in our lives trying to be first, trying to be the greatest, often because of our pride, because of jealousy, because of sin. But today we meet a man who wants us to know that what should matter in our lives is not whether we're number one or whether we're the greatest. That man is Jesus Christ, the Son of God. He meets us on the road of pride and selfishness, and he turns everything upside down. Today, Jesus says, if you want to be first, then you need to be a servant. You want to know how it's done? And you just look to Jesus. He becomes a baby. God becomes a man in order to take our place and to pay our price. He becomes a man to die for us and to forgive us all of our sins. I mean, that's a servant. And he said as much, didn't he? The Son of Man did not come to this world to be served, but to serve and to give his life as a ransom for many. He becomes the lowest of the low, the smallest of the small, the most humble servant of all, for you and for me.